Welcome everybody, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the freaking hobbies coming at you. Gen 6 Lucky Dogs invade Auto Club tonight. Nighttime race. Oh boy, look out. What are you going to look forward to? Well, it's simple. It's called tire wear. Every single one of these guys is going to wish to God they had new tires after 10 laps. You've got to take care of those puppies or that little blue wall is going to come up a-knocking real fast. Fuel mileage, might play a little bit of it. But those tires, baby, you gotta treat them like they're your last. You guys stick around, we'll get to the anthem. We'll be back right after this. Go nowhere.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket trembling, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Satan's that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land another free. You're the home of the brave.
Welcome back, everybody. MaxspeedTV, Bob, with all the freaking hobbies coming at you. Why freaking? That's what my wife says. You have too many freaking hobbies. It's go by. Been doing it now for a couple of years. You think I'd learn? I don't. Speaking of learning, you better learn how to take care of your tires on this track. Oh, let me tell you. Tires, 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 tires. I cannot say it enough. Let's get to the grid. Check these guys out. See who is ready and who is not. We'll find out right here. Row number 1. Coolest name in iRacing. Gary Slapinski. The 44 beside him, Mr. Jacob Edson. Row number 2 to 34, Darren Reeser to 57, BK Sarge Pierce. Row 3 to 16, Ken Richardson to 00, Thomas Holder. Nice to see him out here tonight. Row 4 to number 6, Mr. Cody Nagels, and the 111 of John Henderson. Row 5 to 7, William McKellar, and number 3, Kendall Kraft. Row 6 to 98, Austin Collins, and the 20th, Dave Acacia. Row 7 to 71, we call him Dirty Don for reasons we can't disclose. Next to him, the number 12, Damon Cox. Row number 8 to 33, Gary Regland, and the 52, Gary Whitmer Sr. Row number 9, the 777, Michael Pegg, the owner of the league. Coming out to play tonight. And the 40, Mr. Timothy Woodson. Row number 10 to 58, Kevin Wide Awake. Let's hope he is. And the 42, Joseph Carlson. And row number 2, last but not least, number 2, Mr. Chris Hogue. Like I said, tires, 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 and then some. We'll find out. Will fuel mileage play a factor in this? I don't think so. It might. It's just a matter of these tires. You got to use this whole entire track. And believe you me, these guys will. 2 fast repairs is all going to get. There's no stages in this. They don't believe in stages. It's flat out pure racing the way God intended for it to be. Green flag, checkered flag. And don't forget, these guys have leagues. Good Lord. They have the Super Speedway League on Monday nights. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. They have it on Saturday nights, the Super Speedway League. Thursdays, they got a truck league. And Friday, they have the Super Modified League. So check them out, the Lucky Dog Series. As we get ready, the ugly iRacing pace car. Gone. Time to get it on Lucky Dog style here on a Tuesday night Auto Club. Welcome everybody on YouTube land as we get set right here. It is go time for the Auto Club. Racetrack for the Lucky Dog Series Gen 6. Slapinski showed them how it's done right off the bat. But hey, check out the 44. Jacob is not going anywhere. He is staying right in pace with him. I was really impressed with BK Pierce up here in the 57. Qualified very well. The guy is due. He's due for a win. We're gonna losses. I wish you could wreck the pace car. I hear you, buddy. I wish you could too, because that's the ugliest looking thing I ever seen in my life. as Lipinski leads them around again. A little bit of 3 wide action coming on here, maybe, huh? This track is wide enough, plenty of room for 3 and 4 wide. Some of these cats are going to go way down to the bottom, like you see down here. McKellar is one of them. Thomas Holder, another one. They'll come all the way down, try to shorten up that track as much as possible. Nagel's currently in the 7th spot, trying to hang on to it. He has got some company coming. McKellar down on the bottom would like to take that spot away, not to mention now he's looking at Holder. Ken Richardson holding the top 5 spot for now. Riding around on the top of Holder. Currently holding the 6th spot. Plutwit's back playing with the grandkids. Ooh, he's welcoming a new granddaughter that was born yesterday. Awesome. Congratulations, Papaw. Riding with BK Pierce. Take a look. The 34. Looking at it from Jacob Edson's point of view, with a regulator right in front of him. You can always tell a regulator car because they have the coolest paint schemes. I kid you not. Take a look at that. Darren's got some of the coolest paint schemes out there. All these regulators do. I'm not sure what Michael Pegg's running out here. Oh, he's running his Triple Crown. Oh, things got a little hairy back there behind him. I'm looking. Take a look up in front. David Casey down here in the bottom of the 9th spot. Things got a little dicey up there in front of him. Some of the guys is going to be right up on the wall, and some of them's going to try to run down to the bottom. But if you want to save your tires, buddy, the high line's the way to go around here if you can get away with it. You can hear him feathering that accelerator. Like Ray Everingham used to say to Jeff Gordon when he first started out, pretend you've got an egg between the accelerator and the floor. You can see him smacking the wall earlier. The 7. McKellar's hit it twice. So far, no damage. Just a little scrape. Sapinski leading the way. Well, what can we say about Gary? He's been on a roll lately. Darren sizing him up. You can see a little bit of distance in between 1, 2, and 3. Richardson right there in that 16 machine, thinking about working on the 44 of Edson. Down in the bottom he goes. Edson holds off pretty strong on that high line. Looking at it from Holder's point of view. Casey working on the 7. The BK Pierce 7 goes way up the track. They make it 3 wide. Back here in the back, it's a little crowded to say the least. Oh, the 33 almost bounced off that blue wall. And that's Gary Reglin right there. We're riding with him now, so you can see 3 wide up in front of him. He tried to knock the wall down. A little touchy-feely going on there. The 58's got to get way out of it. That's Mr. Wide Awake, they call him. I gotta tell you, I really like Austin Collins' paint job. I think it's sharp. As you got 3 wide all over the place right here. It'll stay 3 wide for a little bit, but then everybody wants to get up to that top. The top is where it's at. Save those tires as much as you can. I do not know why this place eats them up so fast, but they do. Slapinski still leading around here. 13 laps led so far. Nothing's changed up for the first 4 anyway. You see Darren, he just sizing him up, staying right there with him, but he takes his high line around here as Slapinski dives it all the way down to that white line and drifts right back up towards the wall. You see him, he just stays right up around that middle part up there. Gary drops it right down to that white line. That's Mr. Chris Ho going 3 laps down. Kind of driving around this place, getting used to it. This is a tough place, I'm telling you, as he just comes out of the pits. 16 laps so far, caution free here. Lucky Dog Series at the Auto Club. Now, what separates this league from any other league that I'm aware of? Well, you see it in the left-hand corner, don't you? It's every single one of the sponsors. And I'm telling you, one thing that the Lucky Dog Series does not lack is sponsorship. The main one, Fiber Optics Construction, but they have so many sponsorship. And I have seen the trophies that these guys get because one of my drivers was a champion, and I seen the hardware that Michael Pegg and these guys give out, and I'm telling you, it's some serious money. Shirts, jackets, everything. So when I say that you got a lot on the line each race that they're running, you have a lot on the line. But there's a lot of money in it. Dirty Don started 13th. Here he is in the 8th, being pressured a little bit by his buddy, the Sarge. Nagel's right there behind him. I call this the good old boys league. And there's no Karens in this league. None, zero. They were, you'd be tossed out. And a few have. It's just a bunch of good old boys having a good time, showing respect for one another. You won't find a better bunch of guys to race with. Taking a little look here at Michael Petty, currently back here in 12th. He started 17th, and he's already up to the 12th spot. $20 laps down out of 100, caution free. I don't know exactly when they're going to come into the pits. Couldn't tell you. Don't want to know. Like to keep it more exciting. I would imagine they could probably go every bit of about 38 laps to 40 laps, I'm thinking. Not positive on that. Take a look. Reeser's going to take the lead. Darren. I think I'm saying his last name right. I don't know. If not, it's what I'm going by tonight. Darren is always a threat at these tracks. I tell you, he's right there. Jacob Edson, another one, having a really good run. Lipinski down in the bottom, thinking about taking that spot back if he can. Like I said, he runs that really low line compared to everybody else. Gotta take care of those tires. Some guys can run that low line like that. As he relinquishes his lead. Your race summary, pretty simple. One lead change. Make that two. That's it. As they do it again. Back and forth here. John Henderson, the 111 machine, 1 lap down. And that's because he came into the pits. Now you'll notice he'll be running these guys down fairly easy here with those fresh tires. Collins cracks the top 10 here. Paul's saying around lap 33 you might be seeing these boys pit. Mr. Chris Hogue is out here with us. Nice to see you, Chris. Hear from you, buddy. Nagels up to the 9th spot. He did start 7th. He kind of went backwards just a little bit. Now he's working his way back up again. But they're starting to spread out all over the track here, which we knew they would. And I'm going to show you right here. There's your top 4. All back here by himself. No one to bother him is your 5th place contender, David Casey. And you go back a little bit. And the 6th is going to be Mr. Thomas Holder. And you got this battle going on for the 8th spot. Pearson at 57 has it. I'd love to take it. You see Peg back here watch. Can you hear him play with that throttle? It's so important. If you just stomp on it, these things can be a handful here. Track is so wide, there's absolutely plenty of room. No reason for worrying about running into anybody. And then back here is another cluster of cars being led by Mr. Gary Whitmer, currently 14th. Damon Cox is looking real careful at him. Well, take a lap around here with your leader. Wait for him to cross the finish line here. We'll see just how he likes to run. He's led 25 laps of 28 so far. And this is how Gary Slapinski runs around here at the Auto Club. Right up against the wall, brings it right down to the bottom. Kind of floats his way off the turn right back up towards that wall again. If it was me, I'd probably knock every single one of those palm trees down. The wall comes quick here. Average right around 40 seconds per lap. And you can see the 34 right there with him. A nice little breakaway here, 1 and 2. Edson and Richardson are 3rd and 4th. And you got to go back a little ways. So Mr. Acacia having a good run. Started 12th, and here he is 5th. Holder and Collins doing some battling right here. Some of the most exciting racing on the track is between these two guys right now. Holder up on the outside lane. Collins down here on the bottom. Then you come back a little ways, and you got 4 cats battling out right here. Sarge leading them around. Michael Pegg right there behind him. Nails still in the top 10. Well, we got trouble right there. That's going to probably bring out the caution as Nails goes round and round to the point where you get sick. See if we can see what happens here. Up close and personal, perhaps. Something went awry up here. That's what it was. It looked to me like Michael had to get out of it a little bit. He had to chase it up there. Nagels had absolutely nowhere to go but right into the back end of him. As you can see, that's what causes that little mess. Now, I don't know how the 7 missed these guys, but he missed them a lot. Twice, Nagel's trying to hit him, but he got around it. I don't know how he did it, but he did. So that's going to bring out your caution here. 33 laps, we see our first one. I can't really tell, as these guys will all head into the pits. Let's see if we can see this here. Let's go back and see if we can actually see if he actually breaks loose a little bit. As we wait for it right here. Let's ride with him and see if he breaks loose with him. See, he had to get out of it just a little bit, and he did. Nagels was right there to say hello. Everybody comes in, as you can see. And right here, everybody will be coming out. Your race summary for now. 67 laps to go. 1 caution and 2 lead changes. Slapinski has kind of been a lap hog, which doesn't surprise me at all. He led 31 laps so far in this thing. As you see them all battling out here. So your top 5, Slapinski, Razor, Edson, Richardson, and Acacia. See if I get a chance here. I want to talk to one of these guys. Darren, Bobby in the booth. You got a copy, my friend?
I do, Bobby.
I'll tell you what. Gary's not exactly running away with the show, is he? You seem to have a pretty good eye on this track. I think you kind of like this place, don't you?
I do. I like this track a lot.
Well, it shows because you're definitely not letting him get away from you by no means whatsoever. You're able to lead 2 laps so far, but you got a pretty fast little hot rod right there. What do you think? You think you're going to be able to finish this thing off here a little later on?
Well, definitely want to make it to the end, that's for sure. And, following Gary is, I can do that if that's what I got to do. I'll go around if I can, though.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it. If there's 2 cats that like to race up here, it's you two. Without a doubt, you always put on a great show. Well, congratulations here. Having a great run so far, bud. Let's keep it up. We'll keep an eye on you.
Thank you, Bobby.
All right. Getting back up there where he belongs. Behind the scenes, you got to make sure you get these drivers in their right team speak spots, because if you don't, oh, Lord, you could be in some trouble. Darren thinks he's got what it takes, and we're going to find out. He's been running really well. He's been running really close right there with Slapinski. And also, the 44, Jacob Edson, the same thing. But Slapinski's got to start on the bottom this time. And Darren will be up top in that 34 machine. Richardson's having a good one so far as well. Hopefully we'll get her back. Mother Nature not cooperating with me right here apparently, but there we go. We're back. Excuse the technical difficulty. Well, for those 3 laps you missed, Slapinski led it. He's still leading it. David throws the question mark up. What the heck's going on? Well, we should be backing at it now. Edson's got second spot. And take a look. Collins down on the bottom challenging for third. He's really having a good run. He started all the way down at 11th. Sarge, after getting kind of beat just a little bit, I think Ken Richardson had a little rough way to go. Ken kind of blinked there for a minute. But anyway, he's back. Trying to get back up to where he used to be. He lost like 10 or 11, 12 spots, I think. They didn't have to throw the caution. You watch the 16 again. Richardson's back end's quite loose. He's only got 8 laps on those tires. So Auto Club's not in his favor tonight as of yet. A little tough to tame, perhaps. Up front, though, Slipinski's got about a 4-car head start, or I should say a little bit of real estate between him and Edson in the 44, but Darren's coming right back onto the bottom. He said if he has to follow Slipinski around this whole track the entire race, he'll do it. Holder starting to make his presence known, along with Gary Regland right there in the 33 machine. So you're getting a little racy up here. Edson getting some pressure by the 00 of Holder. Trying to get that 3rd spot. Hopefully I don't get another glitch in the electric here. Screw me up again. Take a look at Slipinski, still running around, gathering up those laps led. It's pretty simple for a summary here. There's only been 2 lead changes with 1 caution. One thing about it, I've said it 100 times, I'll probably say it 100 more. You get a lap down in any lucky dog race, you will be a lucky dog if you get it back. These guys do not do cautions. They really don't get many cautions. Peg, after being gently ran over because he had to get out of it, Nagel's nowhere for him to go. Could not react fast enough, obviously. You kind of can't when you're following right behind the guy and he has to get out of it. But here he is currently in the 8th spot. And he started 17th, by the way. You see Austin diving way down at the bottom. Running right up on the 12 of Damon Cox. Appreciate the kind words up there. Sword and Keyboard says you're doing a great job with your little flicker you had. Just keeping it right down on the bottom, but watch, you'll notice he's got to really get out of it in order to keep it down there. But he is going to get enough, I think, to motor by the 12 of Cox. And if he does, that's going to put him in that 4th spot. But Damon's coming right back up on that high line, getting that momentum. He's going to try it again down to the bottom. And you can see up front, Slapinski, now Darren's running right with him just about. We heard in the interview, he said he was going to if he has to. He'll stay right there following. I don't know what it is about this place that likes to eat tires, but man, it will eat tires up. Jacob better look in the rearview mirror because he's got to have a complete full mirror of that front bumper of the 98 of Austin Collins. And he's going to drive right down to the bottom again and see if he can get away. Get away with it down there on the bottom. Perhaps get him up there and pinch him up high. But he ain't unable to get him around that time. Get him down into the bottom. You get a real good run coming off those turns, but man, that wall comes quick. Cox has got Michael Pegg breathing down his throat as Michael dives down to the bottom. And don't forget, hit the like button for these guys. Let them know you appreciate them. They do an outstanding job. Staying right on the bottom is Pegg. He's going to get by Cox, it looks like. Now he's going to work on Holder, perhaps. I don't know. Damon's right there coming right back. Getting a little bit of that draft off of that 00. But you can see the gap right there between 4 and 5. Collins is your 4th. And, of course, back here, Holder's bringing up the rest of the crew. 5th on back. And you go back a little further, got William McKellar and Timothy Woodson. '58 is lightweight. Dirty Don Davis, currently 12th, as he's trying to hold back the hard charging BK Pierce and Mr. Whitmer Sr. Cody's back here in the 16th spot. After being in that altercation, he's got to work his way back. Spots are not real easy to grab here, let me tell you. David Casey, now he came in earlier. His pit strategy is a little bit different than the other guys. A little bit off sync compared to the rest of them. But Dave's being shown 3 laps down in a 20 machine. And he's the only one that's not on the lead lap. Back up front, still Slapinski leading the show. As we're just past halfway. See Gary get out of it there. Regroups. But when he does that, he brings Jacob Edson a little bit closer. Collins started out in 11th. Currently 4th. But these 4 cats kind of running away a little bit. You see Michael Pegg now finally up to that 5th spot after being involved in a the only caution of the race. But he's coming. And he's coming fast. You see the leaders right up there in front. Michael Pegg, let's see where we're at here on this gap. Michael's about 4 seconds back as he brings everybody up here behind him. Now Holder and Reglan, or Holder and Cox, I should say, doing a lot of battling back and forth right here. You almost got to look twice. They almost look like two of the same cars. They are very similar, put it that way. Reglan's not going to make it easy for him. Still up front, Slapinski. Laps led couldn't be any easier than this. Gary's led 55, Darren 2. Now to remind you guys, get over to MaxspeedTV, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We're working on 9,000 subscribers, trying to get that 9,000 mark. And if we do the 9,000 person, well, they're going to win the lottery because they're going to get all kinds of goodies from us MaxspeedTV. So as Cousin Eddie would say in the Christmas vacation, we're going to get you something really nice. So get over there and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Gary running way up on the old high line now. And it's like he's got a twin right behind him. Lap Hog Slapinski, that's what I call him. There's only a few guys I can actually call that. Slapinski's a lap hog. Mr. Paul Witt's a lap hog. Michael Pegg's a lap hog. Personally, Paul, I don't see why you can't bounce your newborn granddaughter on your leg and race at the same time. I think you could do it. Collins right there with them. Him and Edson, they ain't going anywhere. I've been watching. Jacob's really been coming around here. Gets better and better each night that he runs with these guys. Paul says, I'd be racing, but I don't have a rig where I'm at visiting. No, you're just going to have to put it in the old family truckster and carry it around with you, Paul. Still, these four guys are staying right here with each other, but what a breakaway they have all the way back here. The fifth place guy, Pegg, and I think he's about 5.5 seconds back now. So these guys are kind of running off and leaving him a little bit. What Michael would love to see would be a caution. And boy, you can see Collins went all the way up by the wall. 29 laps on these tires, around 33 to 35. Might be seeing them coming in. We could see our first green flag pit stops of the night, maybe. Always a possibility. Here comes Darren right now. Talking about a herd of turtles, that's what they look like. It seems like it's forever before you get to your pit stop. Forever. Now, here's the thing. If these front leaders, these guys up front, if they come in and pit, that pretty much dictates when everybody else is going to come in. The reason being, because if you can't catch them on old tires, you sure as hell ain't got to catch them on new tires. So they'll stay out there when they can, as long as they can. Austin finally gets around here as the 34 came into the pits. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, here he comes now. Edson's going to follow Slapinski into the pits. What a beautiful night race this is. Couldn't ask for anything better. Your weather, 61 degrees. Track temperature is a whopping 65. Nice and comfortable. I look to see Collins and Holder and the rest of these guys possibly coming in here soon. Maybe this time. And look at that. You'd almost think I know what I was talking about. And they're all three going to come in. Now, Collins stayed out. And you can see right here, watch Darren in the 34, those new tires. Man, he is going to drive right around Collins like he's sitting still. And you can also see Slapinski. He's going to drive around him as well. So somebody needs to send a memo out to Austin real quick. Tell him to get his butt into the pits. Here comes Dirty Don. So you got Collins and Whitmer yet to come in. McKellar, he's coming in now as we speak. Joseph Carlson is another one. He's not been in the pits yet. But your leader for now is Austin Collins. Paul Witt says the hotel internet absolutely sucks. Well, at least yours didn't blink out on you. Yet. I'm thinking you're going to be seeing him coming in right here real soon. So Collins, Whitmer, Henderson, and Carlson have not been in yet. Now we just watched Darren take the lead over the 78 of Gary Slapinski. And eventually, when everybody gets to around their pit stops, it's going to be right back here with Darren leading it and Gary right behind him. Now, Gary led 62 laps to this bad boy. Darren led 2, but he mostly led the rest of those laps right behind Gary. Peg currently in the 8th spot. Now that will change. When it's all said and done, he'll be around probably 5th or 6th. And he's trying to catch, well, you can see him right up there. That's Mr. Jacob Edson. One thing about Michael Pegg is he does not give up right to the bitter end, the last foot of the race. Henderson is the only one to come in yet. And he is kind of off pace a little bit with everyone else. But Slapinski just passed Darren for the lead. Even though it says 4th, but it won't be here when they cross over. It's kind of been the Gary and Darren show. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Coming up on the lap traffic of Mr. Kendall Kraft as he decides to go up high and stay out of their way. Slapinski, what can we say about him? Paul, what can we say? You're out here watching. I've heard through the grapevine that, well, the last month he's absolutely been a happy camper because he enjoys, believe it or not, his pastime hobby. He really loves sitting watching Hallmark movies on the couch, wrapped up with his favorite blankie. I do not judge. Who doesn't love a good Hallmark Christmas movie, right? He's going to kill me when he sees this. Henderson's still running out here on a wing and a prayer. 39 laps on those tires. And the times are so slow. He is your leader. But these guys are coming. And they're going to pass him. If he don't get in and pit first. There's Henderson. And right there is Slapinski. Let's go through the big list here while we can. Your leader, and it won't be for long, is John Henderson. Slapinski, Reeser, and looks like the 44 of Jacob Edson is currently 4th. Now 5th is going to be back here, Michael Pegg. William McKellar, 6th. And the 16 of Ken Richardson, 7th. 8, BK Pierce. Cody Nagels, 9th. Sting Collins in the 98, currently 10th. Dirty Don, 11th. Thomas Holder, 12th. Damon Cox, 13th. Gary Regland, 14th. Timothy Woodson, 15th. Mr. Wide Awake, 16th. Gary Whitmer Sr., 17th. 1 lap down, Kendall Crafton, 18th. 19th, 1 lap down, Joseph Carlson. 3 laps, Dave Acacia in 20th. Henderson's still out there. Now look at his previous lap time down here, a 42.374. Gary's over 2 seconds faster. That's why you kind of pit when you can. I knew Paul Witt and Gary Lipinski had a lot in common. They love those tear-jerking, fuzzy, warm-all-over feeling Hallmark Christmas movies. I knew it. I don't know if anybody has watched any Netflix movies in a while, but I got hooked on this show called... I think it was called Ozark. With Justin Bateman. Holy Toledo. 4 seasons. And I'm going to tell you what. If you like one crazy show where anything goes, you might want to check that out on Netflix. Darren Reeser. What can I say about him? Probably saying his last name wrong. But anyway. Hanging right there with Lipinski. When I interviewed him earlier, he said he's going to stay right with him. Kind of maybe, perhaps try to wear him down, make him miss his mark maybe. I don't know. But you're going to go back a little ways. You can see it right here. 1 and 2's like nowhere to be found. They're right now getting ready to go into turn 1. As Jacob's going to cross his finish line here. But that's your third place finish, or your third place guy. Little ways back, Michael Pegg slowly reeling in Jacob Edson, trying to. Currently 5th. And that will change. He will be 4th because Henderson out here, I don't know, he must have had an extra fuel tank we don't know about. He's been out there for 45 laps. Those tires got to be nothing. And he must have heard me because he's coming into the pits now. He got the lead 5 laps the hard way, but then ended up getting lapped. With 20 laps to go, it's going to be between these two cats right here. Because I don't think Edson's going to be able to catch him. Now, Michael might be able to run down Edson. And he's got McKellar breathing down his neck right now. As you can see, the old Desert Eagles pointing at you. That's probably one of my top 3 paint jobs that I've seen in iRacing right here. You can see William McKellar's got the MaxspeedTV logo, one of my drivers, right on the front, with the Macho Man Randy Savage. As a matter of fact, if you look, you can't really see it because of the camera. The Macho Man's holding my face, as long as he don't drop me. McKellar working really hard. Trying like crazy to get that 4th spot away from Peg, but not going to happen, Captain. Not this time around, anyway. And up front, nothing's changed. Still Lipinski leading it. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. To be honest with you, I've got to tell you. Mine was colder than a well digger's ass. Here in Ohio, it was like actual temperature of 0, wind chill minus 30 with about 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, and that went on for 3 freaking days. Hundreds of thousands of people out of power, a 50-car pileup on our local turnpike. Yeah, it was a disaster. But the new year could be 55. I think Mother Nature's on crack. Darren still sizing, just hanging right there. Staying right with him. Taking up that higher line up there. Saving some tires if he can, maybe. I'm not sure. Now, I think they can go, yep, they can go all the way. 18 laps with 17 to go. Yep, they can definitely make it all the way. The question is, what's your tires going to be like towards the end? Darren going to have anything for Gary? And is Mr. Edson going to be able to hold off these guys behind him? Now, Michael Pegg is back here a little ways yet. So he is doing a good job, excuse me, holding him off. -8 with 35 windshield. Yeah, I feel you, brother. Did you have those 50, 60 mile an hour winds too? I think about everybody did. BK Pierce back in his 7th spot. He's got his eyes on Collins and Richardson right here. Nice battle going on for that 6th spot. These guys are just really getting close, up close and personal. You know, I have to laugh. All 3 days of that tragic weather, and I think my power flickered once at my house. And tonight we had about 25 mile an hour winds, and my power decides to flicker then. Makes no sense. The Gary and Darren show. 14 laps to go, 13 here at the line. What do you guys think? Think that 34s is sitting back here saving his tires? Because you can see he's working him. Darren's led only 2 laps of this race, and he only cares about leading his 3. Just one more. Now, I don't know if Slapinski turned up the heat a little bit or what. Darren backed off a little, one toward the other. You see Peg still hanging on to that 4th spot, but the killer wants it in the worst way. Good battle going on right here. The problem is the 7's going to get behind the 3. Gonna slow him down, and Michael's gonna jump down to the bottom. Try to get that spot back from him. But it didn't fool McKellar, and he's right back at it again on the bottom. So these two cats are really fighting hard, man. All for that 4th spot bragging rights. Still up front, 10 to go. 34, does he have anything for him? Paul, how many family members you got? You got 2 rooms at a motel or just 1? Because if you got 2 that are full of family members, you could have a lot of fun. Do what I always do. Call the front desk and tell them that you would like to give this other room number a wake-up call at 5 a.m. They'll love you for it. Slapinski sees the daylight. 9 to go. But he also sees Darren in his rearview mirror. Right there, too. Thinking about it up top. Backs out of it. Whoa, whoa, trouble. Wow. Slipinski off the pace, slams the wall. And Darren right there. To take the lead for the given. You stay right there behind the guy. You keep on going. Keep on going behind him. Eventually, maybe, perhaps, possibly, might miss the mark and screw up a little bit. I don't know what happened. Gary must have missed the mark or got loose or something, but he went up and he smacked the wall. So now he's got to fight his way all the way back with 7 laps to go to try to catch Darren. Did not bring the third place guy in no closer. So right now your battle's between these two cats right here. As Darren tries to put a lap trap between him and Gary. Now Gary's coming. I'm pretty sure he had a few choice words to say when he smacked that wall. He's not a happy camper, but he is coming. Did Darren save enough of those tires, though, to keep him back there? A good battle going on here, McKellar and Pegg. All for that 4th spot. For right now, 6 to go. About a 6-car length lead between your leader in second place. The 12, Damon Cox. Trying to stay on the lead lap. Stays way up high away from these guys. But Darren will use him for a little bit of a draft help. You can see Slipinski. He's running hard. Does he have enough time to catch him? Does he have anything left in those tires? A little tiny slip up against the wall. Now he's fighting back. He led 78 laps of this race. If he loses this, I can guarantee you that won't be a Hallmark movie, Paul. That might be a rated R one. Riding with Slipinski. He's got 4 laps to get it done. Can he get up and catch him? Can the 34 machine up front? Can he keep him back there? Giving it everything he's got. As the wall comes in real fast. Depending on the type of rig you've got and your wheels set up, you can tell when that back end starts to break loose a little bit. If you don't have the high dollar rig equipment, it's a little hard to tell. But he's giving it everything he's got. Darren hitting his marks like a pro. It's closed in on him. He's reeling him in. Does he have enough time? That's the question. Peg, real quick. A battle going on right here for the third spot. And these two are really battling it out. But right up here is where it's at. 1 lap to go. He said he was going to run behind Gary all night long. That's what he had to do. He did. Gary had a little bit of a slip up, a little oops, got a little loose perhaps, but he touched the wall just enough to let Darren go by him. And Darren's doing everything in his power to keep that 78 behind him. And the 78's doing everything in his power to try to catch him. And it's not going to happen, Captain. Your winner tonight is going to be Darren Reeser in the 34 machine. One of the regulators brings it home for the Lucky Dog Gen 6 on a Tuesday at Auto Club. Slapinski's going to be second. McKellar comes in third. Good run for him. Michael Pegg will be fourth. Fifth, Austin Collins. Ken Richardson, sixth. BK Pierce, seventh. Dirty Don is going to be eighth. Cody Nagel's ninth. Thomas Holder, 10th. Williams Sr., 11th. Woodson, 12th. 13th, Henderson. Cox, 14th. Wide Awake, 15th, 16th, Joseph Carlton. Kraft, 17th. Reglan, 18th. Jacob Edson, 19th. And David Casey at 20. Now, there he is. Get a good little shot of him here. Your winner tonight at the Auto Club, Lucky Dog Gen 6 Series on a Tuesday night, Darren Reeser. He led 11 laps. And he's a happy camper, and he should be. You guys stick around. We're going to be right back to talk to these guys. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Bobby with all the freaking hobbies coming at you. The Auto Club Racetrack Lucky Dog Series Gen 6 here on a whopping Tuesday night. 3 cats to talk to. Third place guy, Mr. William McKellar. Talk to me. How was your race? He's so excited he's not talking to me.
He's in testing too.
He's not in here.
Oh, I'm going to get him in here. There he is. Talk to me, Mr. McKellar. How was your race, buddy? You finished third.
I'm going to go ahead and say that is probably the most intense racing I've ever had. I could feel Michael Pegg making me a better driver every single turn.
You can just feel him breathing down your neck, can't you?
Oh, it was intense. I was having to hit my braking point a little bit earlier every single turn because I knew he was going to dive the corner. I knew he was coming. He really felt like he wanted that top 3, and it was a war to hold him off, but it was great.
You started ninth and you finished third. I'm thinking you like this Auto Club Speedway.
Auto Club is probably, besides Old Atlanta, I think Auto Club is one of the tracks I have the most fun running here on iRacing.
Well, it shows that you definitely like it. Congratulations, bud. Who do you want to thank tonight before I let you get out of here?
Well, first, I want to thank the good Lord for me being here. Second, I want to thank my wife for letting me do this. Would not be here if I didn't have her blessing. Want to thank.
I don't think any of us would.
True. I want to thank Brian Pierce and Michael Pegg for putting on a fantastic league. You, MaxspeedTV, for broadcasting this. I know that sometimes these tracks can feel a little drawn out for you up there, but we're thankful that you stick through and call these races.
Not a problem, buddy. Congratulations. Good job. Got some points. Finished third. Something to be proud of. Get out of that rig. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Have a safe week. And we'll see you. Well, we'll see you probably here soon for the when we fire back up the Super Speedway here.
Yes, sir. See you soon.
All right, buddy. Nice job on his part for sure. Gary, buddy, you are human. You actually proved. We were wondering. We were taking bets whether or not you were a robot, but you are human.
Yeah, I told you. I can make mistakes. I made a mistake.
What happened in your words? Did you just the back end kind of come out from underneath you just a little bit, and being that close to the wall, you had no choice but to hit the wall, or what happened there?
I was in like a rhythm, and all of a sudden the car changed on me, and I thought I got back on the power in the same exact spot, but I must have maybe arced it in a different angle a little bit, and it's all of a sudden it felt perfect, and all of a sudden it just got real tight, and I was like, "Uh-oh, this ain't looking good."
Boy, you led 78 laps of this thing. You're still the lap hog. That's your nickname, the lap hog. What do you think? You like that?
Yeah, sure.
It's not bad, is it? But anyway, congratulations, man. You started out on the pole. And like I said, it just goes to show you think you might have it licked up, all wrapped up, and then something changes. You know, I was shocked, and I'm pretty sure Darren probably thought, "Oh man, the flood waters, just gates opened up, and here I am." You know, he actually made a mistake.
Yeah,
but Gary,
yeah.
who do you want to thank, my friend, before I let you get out of here?
Well, I'm going to thank MaxspeedTV. I'm going to thank you, FOC, everybody out there watching. I seen Paul was out there. Hey, what's up, Paul? Miss him out here.
Yeah, he was rooting you on, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was too. He probably had like one of those dolls. He probably stabbed me on the foot or something.
A voodoo doll.
Yeah,
huh?
he probably was, but I don't know. We'll see.
Wow.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah, you might want to mention that because
yeah. I thought I felt a little twinge when when I hit the wall.
a little bit of pain in the side right there.
Yeah. But I like to thank Michael Pegg and his family, and Happy New Year to everybody out there. I would like to put a shout out for Mr. Dave Bush. I know he's got some bad news about his health, so I just want to put a shout out to him and his family. And my family too. Big shout out to them, my wife and kids.
Gary, congratulations on the second spot. I know you're really hoping anybody, I don't care who you are, if you lead 78 laps of a race, you pray you're going to win.
Good job.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And good job, Darren. Congratulations, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, brother. You take care. We'll see you here after the holidays. Have a safe one. Be safe, brother.
Yep. Happy New Year.
All right. All right, Darren, talked to you earlier, bud. Let me get you up here. He said he was going to hang around behind this guy as much as possible and just perhaps maybe hope and pray for a mistake. Well, you got your Christmas gift, that's for sure, because I'll tell you what, Slapinski doesn't make mistakes very often, but you stayed right there with him through this whole entire race, and he was able to pounce on an oops, and here you are, brother. You won it.
Yes, sir. Like you said, and I guess it don't matter how many laps you lead. It's that one at the end that's the most important, huh?
That's the only one anybody really cares about. It's like in golf. It doesn't matter if you worm burn it from the tee to the hole, as long as you par it. Hey,
You're on par. Well, I'd say that's what it is. You know, keeping up with Gary is not easy to do. And, you know, just that in itself, you know, that was a really great race. And so kudos to everybody that made it such a good race. And just trying to chase him down, chase some of the better drivers down in this league. It makes you a better driver. It's frustrating, you know, you want to win and you want to do well, but you know that you've got a bar that's set kind of high, and it helps. It makes it a lot of fun.
well, look, bud, congratulations, man. Who all do you want to thank before I let you get on out of here and enjoy yourself?
Thank MaxspeedTV for broadcasting that race, and Lucky Dog Sim Racing for making a league that, you know, I can run in, and you know, my family and health and the jobs and, you know, all the good stuff that we got. I think all of that, because these are tough times, and any enjoyment we can get, you got to hang on to it and get what you can.
Absolutely, buddy. Lucky Dogs, I got to tell you what a great bunch of guys they have in this league. You know what? I said it in the broadcast at the beginning of the show, there's no Karens here. If they are, they're not here very long. Each and every single one of these guys, nothing but stand-up individuals out here to have a good time, have a little bit of fun, and that's exactly what we do in the Lucky Dog League, no doubt about it. Buddy, congratulations, Darren. Enjoy this win. Have yourself a safe week, and have a happy new year, and we'll catch you when we fire up that super speedway.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.
All right, brother. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Your winner tonight, the 34, Darren Arizer. Congratulations on him. Slapinski, what a run he had for second place there. 78 laps he led of this race. Came up just a little bit short. I'd like to thank everybody out watching this race. Everybody, please be safe out there. Grab your loved one, give them a hug, tell them you love them. You guys have a very, very safe and responsible New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You guys take care of yourselves. Bobby with all the hobbies, MaxspeedTV. I'm out of here. See ya.